First of all, thanks for joining us this meeting. We are here with this exclusive interview with the former lawmaker of District Number 2, Liberia County, with Jimmy Smith. I'm Nelson Colette, and we're having this interview specifically to have a conversation with him. Recently, there are publications around across the media where he's expressing or that paints the picture as a slave wanting to join the Limbo. We want to have a conversation and establish a trust in the first place, and if so, why does it take to do so, especially so in the first hour of the institutions. And lots of conversation around critical action. So much for the next 30 minutes or so. Honorable Jimmy Smith, I want to welcome you to this cultural serious responsibility to feel us close to your friends here as well. We appreciate you for bringing us
Thank you so much.
How are you today?
Oh, I feel great. Thank you.
A lot of people who follow your work, especially as a lawmaker of most Liberia County, the level of House to serve people, and then you're blocking the private sector. How does it feel being in the private sector?
Well, it's still feel as a human, and I think it's just I feel comfortable. I feel like one is retired, and just take it, as I go. So I'm comfortable. And if answering the question makes it easy for you, if you were to ask me whether I missed the legislature, I would tell you, of course, yes.
And that's exactly what I was
of course, yes. I mean, who would not miss the largest, the greatest platform, in a nation where if you are contemplating on something that can benefit the people, that's the only place you can go for that. So I think, yes, I missed the legislature, but again, as a person, being a citizen, I'm happy to feel comfortable to think about that. And that's what I have to say. Okay.
If yesterday was finished,
I think it's quite honest with you. I don't know. And I can't be as scary as I can. To be honest, we have changed another picture of what politics is in our country. But if you look at politics from civic education, you will know that it's serious to the country. So you cannot say no because that was the moment. You cannot say no because even if you were not contemplating investment if you are pushing, through the process, that it is your calling, of course, you accept that. But do I have any intention of whether now at the moment and I contemplating on planning? No.
But if you mix the legislature, why certain has to follow? Do you not like this country?
No, okay, a lot of analysis that I have, different points. How did I lose? And if the reason for which I'm not back there, have I identified these reasons and have I corrected the reasons? If I can, then if I think let's say yes or no. But there are a lot of other work to be done. Let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest. I need to make this study first. And again, to see the people. The people will show me the indication, that if I want to go back, I'll stand a chance. So I'm still looking out there, and I know the work I did in District 2. Even though history can be cruel to people, but I know in time you can realize, reality. So who knows? Maybe a year from now, close to the elections, things might change. But again, I can't say yes or no right now. But I have no immediate intention. Again, I'm looking at the possibilities. What went wrong? If I correct these things, if things are like that. you know, I went there for television. There's lots of time. Yeah.
What was your position in CDC?
Well, position is not. Oh, well, let's CDC as a test and not started. You know, let's consider this one. So, our generic by virtue of my, you know, elected positions and at the capital as well. Yeah.
Executive member of
Executive member of the CDC.
The CDC is a former ruling party. We're going to go to the naval thing, but a lot of people are still concerned. Why did you leave the CDC?
Okay. You know, I will try to go direct to it quickly. I have not totally left the CDC, okay? But I have suspended my membership with the CDC. So, there are two things you need to know. That is not.
You suspended your
I
membership.
voluntarily myself, based on disenchantment that I experienced during the primary or the electionary period. It was because of that I suspended my membership with the CDC. So.
Disenchantment during the electoral period.
That's correct. Okay, let me run through it quickly for you. The disenchantment was that the party leadership, the Senate bearer, I think, missed the ball when there became a split in the legislative caucus going into the election. What do I mean by this? Party politics were done. We went together, did a resolution that the Senate bearer will go on a white ballot. Okay? And likewise, the legislative caucus, CDC legislative caucus, will all go on a white ballot along with the Senate bearer, and we'll all go into election as a unit. All right? And let me quickly mention that this is what has been done. CDC, this is what Unity Party has done for the last 2 electionary periods. If you are already sitting in the seat, all right?
You go on white ballot.
Yeah, you go on white ballot. Do your research. Unity Party did it last time they came to permanence. They did it again just recently. They don't hustle, harass their candidate, you know, or their incumbent. But this is what happened in CDC. Going back to the story, the legislative caucus did a resolution, and we said, Mr. President, no, we give you a white ballot, we come along with a white ballot, and we signed the resolution. It was an agreement within the party between the legislative caucus and the party executive. This was approved.
Approved by who?
Approved by the party executive, of course. The party, the Senate bearer, it was approved.
But then what went wrong?
Well, wait a minute, I'm coming to the story now. It was approved by the party that the legislative caucus, the CDC legislative caucus members, were going on white ballot with the president. It sounds good. This is what mature political parties have done from time immemorial. And following that, we all agreed, since we all were on the white ballot, we're going together, all requirements will be met. And I would not hesitate to tell you, I was sitting down here with members pay $5,000 for the campaign, expenditure and registration. And we did everything that we could have done. But to my utmost surprise, it got very close to the decision of the primary being formulated, as white ballot. The party decided that there were few individuals in the party that the party did not want to, allow to remain on the party ticket. And the party began to rigorously undermine, us during the primary process. And that's how things, when I saw it, I said, no, the agreement, the understanding was that we all were going to go on white ballot, and based upon that, we have met our side of the requirement, meaning the CDC legislative caucus. Why is the party signaling 3 persons, I, Jimmy Smith, Honorable Tapuwe, I'll give you one.
Tapuwe.
Yeah, Chief Marshal Tapuwe and Honorable AVC, Vamuan Conan, included somewhere there. We were the three after affixing our signature to an agreement and meeting all the requirements. CDC said we were not going to enjoy the benefit of the ticket. And this is what happened. So they undermined us. The only CDC district that did not win were the very three districts. But all of the other CDC districts retained all the CDC members. So it's left for you to analyze that if you understand what I just said. So that's what happened. And this is not strange coming from CDC. CDC has always made serious missteps that have come back to haunt CDC, CDC as a party. This happened again, and let me try to give you an example that will match this. The convention, CDC convention in Tottenham. I'm not too good with years now, but you will know what I'm talking about. There was CDC convention in Tottenham. That convention was one place again that CDC behaved in such a manner again. During that time, when you're running for positions in a convention, you will lobby for members in a party that you believe can better, support your campaign and your elections within the party. And when that happened, Orishagu, Councilor Orishagu, I would say he was smart, and he selected, people like us in the party that he knew were mature and maybe have some background that could serve him better. He selected us, and we all went and registered for the primary. I mean, for the convention. In other words, Orishagu registered for the primary. They took his money, gave him a receipt and a clearance to participate in the primary. And you will not believe this. We got in Tottenham primary already. Senator Barrett changed his mind and said that Orishagu cannot be chairman of the party. Therefore, the late Senator George will be his candidate and must be the chairman of the party. We are already in Tottenham, just ready for the election. Now you can imagine how chaotic that was. So, okay.
Are you saying that the former president was in the know of those different breach of agreements and all of those?
He failed to act as a leader. This is my point. I'm not going to, bite my tongue on this. He failed as a leader to protect the agreement. And I have to do this so that onward, any president of this country or any senator or any party, you enter into agreement, with your caucus, you better respect that agreement. I'm not going to take that light. And this is a failure.
Do you think the CDC betrayed you and those two others who affixed their signature?
They what?
Betrayed. Did you think it was?
We were all right betrayed. Of course. We were all right betrayed. Then we will come to your neighbor something. Let me finish out bombing something to conclude on that. So in bombing now, the Senator George, we have said George Solo will be his candidate, and therefore Orishagu cannot participate in the election. Mind you, they have received his money for registration. They have issued him a clearance to participate. But we are there now in Tottenham, and they said no, it should be the Senator will. Now you're in the big media thing. You think about that. So I was one of those. CDC didn't have problem with me then, but I have already given my acquiescence or acknowledgement to support Orishagu. It was my right. And when they came to me to abandon Orishagu, I said, no, that is not in my nature. I have signed up with this man. He saw my importance. He lobbied for me, and I show him. So though no one is challenging me, but I would not leave his camp to go to any camp for that. And to the credit of CDC, they never put anybody in my position for years later. And there I have had soft spot for CDC. But to conclude, because of the demand by the Senate bearer, that Orishagu should not participate in the election, that brought a serious riot, a bloodshed in Tottenham, that the entire Tottenham was on a lockdown. This was a serious issue. CDC on CDC, bloodshed. That convention never happened.
Because of the Steno bearer.
Because of the Steno bearer.
But a lot of people will be concerned that this is a political party. There's a structure. the chairman, as per the party structure, is the most powerful man. You have executive committee members. How did it happen then that everything is set up, a convention is set to happen, but then the standard bearer apparently unilaterally decided that.
Let me finish. This is the CDC problem I'm coming to. If CDC is listening right now, and if she's capable of making corrections, there may be some relevance to follow. Let me just conclude. The convention was canceled because those of us in the GU camp, we had to run for our life. All right? The next day, we heard that George Solo was the chairman of the party. All right, we are back in Monrovia. And here's the critical part. You would think from that point now, the party would think that what happened in Tottenham was a misstep and needs to be corrected quickly. Because this was a serious bloodshed on CDC in Tottenham. But instead, CDC decided to misstep again to expel the entire GU camp.
The entire Horatius GU camp.
The entire Horatius GU camp. So, this party, so they decided to expel the whole camp. So we too, imagine caliber like me. So we got the intelligence that the very next day, CDC is in meeting to expel all of the seditions that were in Horatius GU camp. So like I said, some of us were technocrats, we are professionals, educated, mature people. So we said, okay, if this is the game our party wants to play, then let's play it. We quickly brainstormed on the name of a party. And we came up with ANC. ANC would never have been in existence or come into existence if CDC had behaved maturely.
So ANC is a product of the
CDC misbehavior in Tottenham.
Where was Mr. Cummings at the time?
Cummings was working for a coconut factory in America.
And you guys founded the ANC as a result of the betrayal?
Yes. I, Honorable Jimmy W. Smith. In fact, let me go back. I, Honorable Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy W. Smith, I have integrity. Everything I say here today, I want you to do your research on it. All right? Because of that Tottenham Bird crisis, bloodshed, that's what created ANC.
But don't you think? Don't you think it was not institutional on your part as well?
On who part?
On the part of you, Horatius GU, and the rest of the folks who decided to break away. Do you think it was institutional enough to have you guys break away from the ANC because of the misunderstanding?
You see, I agree with you. When you say counterinsurgency, somebody comes to destroy you already, and you are tactically inclined to prevent that person from destroying you. What will you do?
So was that a self-defense?
Self-destruction. CDC self-destruction. And that caused even our estimate 12% of sedition being the organ or the foundation of ANC. So I think that information is very important. I want you to get that, then I will come to the district and conclude that. But if you still want to talk about Tottenham, but take it from me. And this is why I was the number 2 in ANC. And I know the media knows this. I was the vice chair for administration ANC when we established ANC. Kumi was not around. I didn't mean to be a little sarcastic when I said Kumi was working with coconut factory. But my problem with Cummings is that when he came to Liberia, as a very rich man, and he bought a party, he should have read the history of the party as to the people that sacrificed to structure the party. I never heard from that man, met with him ever. And one of the founding members of the party is your media legend, Costa, Henry Costa. Yeah, we were the founding member of the ANC. In fact, the first meeting I was not there. The second meeting I came in, and I was elected, the vice chair for ANC.
I have listened to so many media engagements you've had, interviews where you said you were an asset to the CDC.
I'm coming to that. I was an
What
asset.
exactly did you do for the CDC? Why do you think you're
Okay.
an asset to the CDC?
Okay, like I said, I've been around a little bit in politics, and I've affiliated with at least 2 other parties, so it's not strange for me. I was originally, Unity Party was my first party. And because you asked me that question, I'm going to say some tough things.
Unity Party was
My first party.
and you left Unity Party for the CDC.
But wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Unity Party was my first party. All right? Until also the primary came. And the reason Unity Party was the first party is because Mother Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and myself, people don't know about us. We were the one that fought to protect freedom of speech in this country, and we were charged by the old government with treason and for serve time in prison, post-stacking. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and myself. Take this from there. I'm speaking international, nationally. I'm Jimmy Smith. I'm one of those that the old government, arrested and charged with treason. I was a police officer, but I refused to arrest the Action Party people to detain them. But that's a long story.
But I want to go back to that long story because you just
say how I became an asset, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I come in now.
Let's conclude
Okay.
that point.
How I became an asset to CDC. When we went for the Unity Party primary, 10 delegates were required.
Yeah.
In fact, I was recruited by Madam Sirleaf to join the Unity Party. All the parties I joined have been recruited. Even CDC. I never walked to any party and said, I want to join you. I'm not bragging. I have evidence to this. So, 10 delegates for the Unity Party primary. I live in District 2. We're blessed to have the Muslim population there. A very considerable number of Muslim population there. At that time, the same Musa ability today was the Maserati chair of the party. So, we went for the primary. 8 delegates at the Susan Berry School in Painesville here. Guess what? The district coordinator, Mr. Massacre, that we all knew when I conducted the primary, were nowhere to be seen. A strange individual shows up with a list in his hand, calling rolls for the primary. Follow me, it's critical. Calling rolls for the primary. 8 of the 10 names that were called were all Muslims. And I was running against the Muslim candidate, the same Honorable Secretary Candidate today in District 2. Because of that, I did not participate in the primary. I boycotted the primary, and I walked away. Apparently, because of me walking away from that primary, that's why I said, Thomas Fowler and I go way back. So Thomas Fowler took me to the CDC as a new member of CDC. You listen to me? And that's how I went to CDC. An executive member took me to the CDC. That's how I became a citizen. And when I became a citizen, I did my part.
What did you do?
CDC didn't have money. I spent money in CDC.
Personal money?
Personal money. I was an accomplished person before I got into politics. All right? And everyone in my district will tell you that. I was well accomplished before I got into politics.
How much did you spend on the CDC? If you were to...
No, I would not be able to tally that right now, but I'll just give you a few based on reality today.
300,000. Approximately.
I come in now. Based on reality today. When I joined the CDC didn't have money that time. Even the Standard Bearer said they didn't have money that time. So we were the ones like me and a few others were the ones that were chipping in. So take for example, the trip to Sano, I think it was President Weah's 49th or 50th birthday. I 80% sponsored that trip. All right? Even the 2 cows that were killed there, that Sano honored the Standard Bearer for. I mean, these are big things in the party. I provided it.
President, we are 49th birthday.
Yes.
To sign the council.
In fact, we thought it was the 50th birthday. So when we got there, we realized it was the 49th birthday.
But Honorable, how did you thought?
We still celebrated it. Hey, man, leave me alone.
They say that the former president did not know that.
Yeah, my man. You see, we don't think too long.
No.
Don't let me get in trouble here.
What did he tell you before?
My friend, the executive committee said we're going to celebrate our Standard Bearer birthday party in San Luis County, Greenville. Also, so did the 50th birthday.
And when you got there, how did you know it
So
was
when
not?
we got there, we did a calculation. We found out that it was the 49th birthday, but we still celebrated 50th birthday. No, I don't want. No.
So you were
Let's
celebrating
stay on track.
50th birthday
I
on the
spent-
actual 29th birthday.
That's not the point. Anybody can make a mistake.
So are you saying that the former president made mistake with his birthday at the time?
I don't know whether he made a mistake or his advisor made a mistake or his protocol made a mistake.
But did he agree that it was a mistake?
We all were in Greenville. We celebrated the birthday there. What you want to ask me?
You celebrated 50th birthday on the 49th birthday.
Why are you sticking on the? We got more important things to talk about.
No, I just wanted to clear that up.
I said yes to you.
Okay.
Yes to you.
And you bought the cow.
I bought the 2 cows. And I spent almost 70-80% of the money that was spent to do that. Look, everything I'm saying today, I know it's national and international. I defy people to come and challenge me.
But the
for
former
any
president was a millionaire, a soccer star.
That's not my business. Some
millionaire
millionaire can mismanage or they keep it or what. It's not my business.
You think he mismanaged?
Now you see. You know, be fair, yo.
Okay, yeah.
You don't want to hear the whole story now.
Yeah. Let me allow you land on that.
I began.
What did you do? Yeah.
Yeah, give me 10 now. Because not 1 or 2 things that I did. In the first place, I was seen in the party as a big brother, which I appreciated. So I shared with almost everyone in the party. Even, they told my father today, some people, they told my father a rich man today. Told my father were in the legislature when I came from the States, establishing myself. He and myself used to have transaction. Let me put it in a very respectful way. I used to buy drinks for Tom Father. So if you know what I mean, Tom Father is a little brother to me. Even today, we look at one another the same way.
So you didn't laugh for the CDC.
So that was the trip there. That trip, I would tell you that trip cost me no less than $18,000. So we left that. We came back. And I'm going to say this. I never said this before. I'm disenchanted, I'm angry that I could be saying this thing. But the only reason I'm saying this is because President Ware himself, he's in the habit of doing this. When he do favor for people, he tells the whole world. And some of us, we may not have done the favor equal to his favor that he did for other people. But there were people who did him favor, be it direct or indirectly. Wow. So I'm one of those that spent almost $70,000 on his house on the 9th Street during the campaign. When that house was dilapidated, I had to renovate that house for the campaign, the musicians and other people to go and live in that house. This is the Jimmy Smith that was treated, comfortably in sitting at the Capitol building, and they came back viciously and removed me from my position when I sacrificed this thing. Look,
Honorable Smith,
I cannot say, even the Magay today, ask Magay whether Jimmy Smith was your big brother when you were not in government. Hear what he will say to you. And he tell you anything negative or insulting, come back to me. I will give you lots of stuff. So I will betray, I'm hurt. I love CDC, don't get me wrong. One time I said to CDC, if I leave CDC for the second time, I would never join any other party again. I'm not a fool. My voice is somewhere. I'm saying this so that for these detractors that saying, Jimmy Smith is with NAMU because he wants to go to the Unity Party. I tell you, you better straighten your hair. You don't know Jimmy Smith. So I'm not going to the Unity Party. I'm not going to any party.
We're going to come to that aspect. That's exactly where we're going to end up this conversation. But I just heard you say you spent $70,000 on the former president's 9th Street residence. $70,000. Is that Liberian dollars or US?
My friend, US. What you need to do is to go and find out if it was true I did any work there at all. That will give you at least, the what should I say, the preliminary to go forward. I said it to you. I don't know what you want to hear from me. And even in my game. And to be frank with you, I did this thing willingly because I was a big brother. Hesitation. Well, hesitation. What has CDC done for me? Besides allowing me to get on the ticket, which was a mutual understanding as a partnership. That's what I always say. I was not a liability. But because I could not follow this thing they call party mandate. Take, for example, some of the things that threw me off with CDC was when we got elected, I took my own money and built or renovated the Jacobtown market, and I built the market in Mount Barclay, these places. The party said, why I built these markets? In fact, the district office I built for the first time in the history of the district. Why did I put CDC logo on the market and the district office?
Sorry.
No.
Let me come back to that aspect.
These are the
You
issues.
said you, in the midst of everything you just outlined that you did for the CDC, you are saying that part of the reason why the CDC allegedly went against you is because you didn't follow the party's mandate.
It depends what
part of the party's mandate was that you didn't put the CDC's logo.
Those are the contention of Senator Sir Joseph. That one I sit in the Senate there today. He started all this problem in District 2 with my local district officials. And these people think they will sit free after we all struggled to get where we were, and you destroy me. Not that I failed in my district. I challenge anybody in my district to articulate my failure today. Even the national legislature. I say now here, how do they call the evaluation committee? Worker? All right. I've never seen any member of ARA with my naked eye or visited me before. But all my grades with ARA were B+ or A. Because ARA was reporting what I was doing. Listen, I was the third man on the continent of Africa when it comes to national security for the continent. All right? All those things were happening. I was bringing sensitive security issues to our country through the appropriate, military institutions. Even I went to Mali, inspected the troops there. The tangible things were going on, but this party had no way to even sense the value of this lawmaker. I passed laws.
In the midst of everything you just
said, I did not fail at the legislature. I did not fail in my district. It was CDC in-house fighting and hatred that destroyed me.
Okay, so the CDC is an institution. We're about to transition to the NAMBO thing in your decision, but the CDC is an institution. And a lot of people may be wondering, especially those watching this interview, may be asking as to what was your relationship like with the hierarchies of the party, the Star Wars? Let's put the former president aside.
Okay.
Let's go to some of the hierarchy. What was the relationship like? How come in the midst of everything you just said,
the relationship was good. The relationship was good from the beginning. And a lot of things worked, for our administration from the beginning. Things turned for the worse. Just like I said, because of the project that I was undertaking, and my, I don't want to call low-ranking people name, and my district CDC senior officials did not like certain things, and you have to understand
Such as what?
Such as party mandate, you have to spend so much time at the party headquarters, abandoning what you have to do in your district, legislature. The president travel in a week time, maybe 4 times. You have to leave your office, get in a car, and carry him to Ralphie. And then you come back when he's coming again, you go back for him. Those kind of things,
But you were in the party. Why were you not adhering?
It's not my job. But you see, that's why we brought the party down to. That everyone must be, what should I call it? Must be a handler, a handbag, carrier. I don't know how to describe it. You elected somebody sitting at the Capitol have to be debating, legislation, with oppositions and other things. He have meetings scheduled in his districts. You believe that and follow your order. You have the appropriate security protection, the protocols for that. You have the ministers for that. And if you don't do that, in our party now, these are the things that I look at as not being with party mandate. Take for example again, and I will close on this one. You are in your district on Saturday, dedicating roads or doing some work, and a low-ranking party member, one of your kids will call you and say, "Oh, the president is almost in the district." Then you should drop everything and run there. I couldn't do that. There's dignity in government. Previous government, when they go into your area, it's protocol. That's why president, vice president, they have protocols. Speaker, pro tem, they have protocols. Wherever you're going, whether it's opposition or not, they inform that person that the president is coming to your area and you will be standing there to receive the president. Those are protocols. But my party, oh boy, you must be ready and run. I couldn't do this. And those little things I just explained to you. I mean, not be able to explain too much here today. I decided to pick the real one to give it to you. And even the election, we didn't even finish with the primary in my district. It's okay.
Just finally, then we'll go to the NAMBO thing and why you've decided to join NAMBO. Do you think the CDC administration did well in delivering on its promises, delivering on the expectations of the Liberian people?
Okay. You know, I'm not a kid to sit here and pretend, you know, like I'm trying to hide somebody here. No. CDC achieved, to some extent, yes. Yeah, the party achieved. But again, it depends.
If you were to attach maybe a percentage to that achievement, if you were to grade the CDC administration,
well,
from a general perspective,
in terms of initiations, you know, at least initiating some project, whether it's small or large, you know, CDC did a little bit of it, which were not around. I have to be frank here, but you will not be able to achieve more and to do more when you have in-house, you know, dysfunctioning, you know, elements that you're not focusing on the board. So I would say CDC would have done well if those that were running around here in Monrovia here, and to be frank with you, Monrovia was a little bit chaotic. I mean, you might not like that. A little bit chaotic. It was not chaotic because of the president. It was chaotic because the integrity of the people that were running government. Okay? I'll give you a simple example. Look at the road today. How many cars with Serene that you see going up and down, you know, our road today? It has reduced considerably. Those are some of the little things that, you know, once we look at respect for, you know, other people, those things can add up, not just being able to achieve a minimum achievement, which I would say minimum achievement is not bad. At least you try your best. But I think my problem with CDC is not to sit on here and generally say CDC failed. No.
But you think the CDC did
my
well,
problem with
achieved a
CDC,
lot?
my problem with CDC here is that the leadership of CDC were too dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional.
Yes. They were too much of a kind of a glamour, party, every day, you know, look at the way what we were doing in this place here. You are the legislature, like I said earlier, you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, all of the time. So let me stop there because it looks like we're not going to go to the subject.
All right, let's transition now to the NAMBO.
So we didn't talk about the election in district too.
We're going to end up on the
all the time with.
We're going to end up on the election.
Okay.
We're going to end up.
I know, but I think that was important.
We're going to end up.
Okay, all right.
Have you officially joined NAMBO, or do you intend to join NAMBO?
Very good question. You know, I don't know what connection I have with the media. I said very clearly that I went on the ground to visit with my friend, Thomas Fala.
The man who recruited you to CDC.
Thank you. Who is a vision bearer of NAMBO. He invited me to go there. What would you have done? You would have gone there. Let me answer for you in the media. You would have gone there. I went there. Right now, I hold no obligation political party baggage. Like I said to you, I suspended my membership with the party. I have not been reinstated or reinstated my membership. You understand? I have a right to go anywhere, and especially, NAMBO is not a political party. It's a movement.
It's a movement to support the current president.
So?
And you're still a member of the CDC.
Now you go back again. I'm still a member of, you're insulting me. You go back again, you say I'm still a member of CDC. I suspended my membership, and CDC have not come back or even found out, you know, after election.
Do you consider yourself now still a member of the CDC?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Membership is suspended by him.
So
I don't know how the media understands.
So at the end of the day,
I
on
suspended
Member
my
Smith,
membership. Excuse me. I suspended my membership when CDC fed 3 additional candidates on me in District 2.
and that point was well understood.
So let's get clear on that. I even want to go to the numbers, the figures, how CDC was defeated mainly in District 2. But that, we'll not get right.
So,
They fed 3 extra candidates against me in District 2.
So-
That's why forced me to withdraw my membership or suspend my membership. Now you tell me, was I not right to do that?
Going back to Nemo, following.
So, is that you want Nemo? Let's talk about Nemo.
Yeah.
So I went to Nemo, in solidarity to Thomas Fala.
Okay.
Thomas Fala respected me, gave me a front seat. I sat down. We all been in politics. People came around, greeting me, and that. When I was leaving, somebody asked me, "We have not seen you for long, and we are seeing you here today. What's going on?" That's the interview that I made. Some people say, "I don't dump CDC, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this."
So you didn't dump this. You haven't dumped the CDC.
My friend, I suspended my membership with the
you are not
CDC.
a member
I
of
come
the
in now. I suspended my membership with the CDC, and I have not joined any political party. Listen carefully. And I do not intend to join any political party for the rest of my life. I have a right to join a movement. I have a right to
So will
join
you
an
be joining this
association.
movement? Are you going to be joining this national movement to support President Boakai, the NIMBO? Are you going to be joining NIMBO?
Okay.
Is this something you're
Okay.
contemplating on?
If the nomenclature that established NIMO is correct, then what is stopping me? What's the nomenclature, if you know that as a media, that established
It's
NIMO?
a national movement to support President Boakai.
And what are the elements that constitute NIMO? The type of people. What?
I mean,
NIMO consists of disenchanted sedition, politician, not just sedition, politician.
is that
Disenchanted,
a hub for this enchanted politician?
my friend, this is freedom. Somebody say, okay, I was disenchanted somewhere, and those of other disenchanted are going to set up our association, and I know I was disenchanted. It is my right to join. Why is it difficult?
Honorable Smith, what I'm getting from you is that
At this point, as I said,
NIMBO-
wait a minute. At this point, I'm sitting here. I'm not even aware if the membership form a NIMBO that you have to fill, or they have to, indoctrinate or welcome you.
So you
I'm
haven't
not
gone
aware.
through that process,
No,
right?
I mean, it's
Nothing official.
nothing. It's the media that are running with it. Right now, from here, I'm going to visit NIMBO headquarters.
You're going there from here. But and that's where the concern is. And that's where we also want you to be clear on that side. Are you contemplating on joining NIMBO?
Thank you. Yes, I'm contemplating. And that's an English word.
Does it align with what your political what your political ideology is at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you prepared for the backlash?
Oh.
The consequences of
It's here already. Some people say I'm not eating for 2 months. That's why I joined the party. I still remain one of the most self-sufficient individual in this country, sitting right here. I'm very accomplished. I didn't waste my time in life. You understand me? I'm well off. So some say I'm not eating and I'm joining. You will hear the nonsense coming from somebody. I have a right. I'm disenchanted. CDC destroyed what we put together. So what do you expect me to do? And since then, I gave you the example of Tottenberg. CDC, I don't know what stopped her from going back to identify lapses to go back and correct them quickly. This is what I'm saying here. The scenario I just told you about Tottenberg is the same scenario I'm telling you now with the CDC behavior during the election. The president, no, I don't want to say the president, I would say the standard bearer of the party, failed on protecting the agreement. It's about
Honorable
integrity.
Smith,
Yeah.
giving your work with former President Weah for years, you saw his leadership style, and you saw the administration for 6 years, and now President Boakai, 12 years vice president, going to 3 years now, president of the Republic of Liberia. Given where you sit right now, former President Weah, current President Boakai, if we were to go to election today, who will you support? Given what you see in your leadership style and all of that.
Okay. We have what you call proximity and dimensions. Everything is about measurement. We still have time for Boakai to achieve more or for Boakai to fail. Are you listening to me? And we also still have time again for President Weah to come back and
I mean, that you're contemplating on joining, if you were to join. Are you not? Are you considering that other people
but I said
be
already,
skeptical about?
I'm looking for a job.
How genuine you are.
I'm looking for a job. That's what people say, right? Huh? And that even is a challenge to me. I'm not looking for a job, and I don't want to be upright to say that. There are words you cannot use. When people are destroyed, sometimes their action can be vindictive.
If former President George Weah took your phone and call you now, maybe apologize to you for what happened, will you go back to the CDC?
If you apologize for the way I was treated in the primary, in the election, creating 3 cells against me that shared a vote with me, that made Joseph Boakai to win George Weah 6,000 votes in my district. Just 6,000 votes. Are you understanding me? Do the math. Just 6,000 votes. And he come out today to say, our Senator bearer of the party made a mistake not to protect the agreement based on integrity. All right? Yes, it's possible.
It's possible.
Yes.
So what if that?
You just don't know me. It's possible.
It's possible that you could.
That's why I suspended. You're not listening to me. That's why I suspended my membership with the CDC. If I didn't have any room, or if I were never really a part of CDC, I would have just resigned. Unless if you in the media look at the reason why I suspended my membership, if the reason is not authentic, then you can tell me. You sitting now in the seat, your party felt 3 cells, 3 candidates against you. If that's not sufficient,
let's go into the district.
Thank you.
Do you think it was because of CDC you lost the election?
Exactly.
I mean,
okay.
A lot of people may look at
it. No, make it easy for you.
Maybe if you did well in your district, the people would have elected you even without the CDC support. What do you make of those kinds?
You know what? With that, I agree with you 100%. All right? I'm a realist. I agree with you 100%.
Where do you think you fell short?
Where I fell short, mainly, was with CDC. The second was people who some were not of the CDC. Are you understanding me? There's politics in Liberia who were not members of the CDC that assured support. And when the time came, I want to believe enough of that support never came. And all of this support that were there available for me, CDC took all to another candidate. You understand what I just said? So this is why CDC won with 6,000 votes. District like District 2, the 3rd largest district in Monserrado, somebody winning that district with 8,000 votes. If you're somebody who really studied elections, you will know that that vote was dysfunctional in that district. People were just voting left, right. 3 people came with 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. CDC candidate came with 6,000. Then the shadow city, the other shadow CDC candidate came with 5,000. Then the other shadow CDC candidate came with 3,000. Then I came with, I think, almost.
So the vote was splintered.
Of course. And CDC did it to herself. This is where I want to elaborate more, but anyway, we'll do another time. CDC lost 92% in Monserrado because of District 2. I will end at that.
If you, just finally now, just before we end up this interview, if you were re-elected as lawmaker of District 2, Monserrado County, what would you do differently?
Well, I'll do things a little bit different because, human, we have to learn. If I say I would not do anything different, this and that, then I think I'm a fool. There must have been some mistakes that I made. Even if it were not pretending, to be someone that I will not. Maybe if I had done that, and if you know what I mean, I would have been here today. But my background would not permit me. Because my entire career life, I have taken polygraph tests, they call it lie detector here, more than 300 times because of the career that I work in. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to fake responses. That's what I'm telling you right now. Everything I'm telling you right now, believe me, if you check it, you will find out to be true. Exactly who I am is what I'm telling you right now. Okay? So District 2, we lost District 2 because of CDC misbehavior. District 2, in fact, was originally a Unity Party district.
Religious?
It was Unity Party. Listen, District 2 was originally Unity Party district. I turned District 2 to CDC district. Now, because of CDC not supporting me. In fact, the other candidate, the Unity Party candidate, the other candidate were very happy. In fact, this was their campaign expression, that we will defeat Jimmy Smith because his party is destroying him. It's sad. I'm doing well in the district. I'm doing well on the Capitol building. I'm doing well on the continent of Africa. Prestige for Liberia, whereas my party is destroying me because, people like Sir Joseph, those kind of people, I will come for him more. Those are the people that started my problem in the district. They undermined me and went to my children. Sir Joseph then went to my children in the district and set them up against me. And let me tell you quickly how he did it. When Sir Joseph, a boss, a 20 years old boss, he wanted to donate. That he part of a campaign.
Did you know it was a
man, I've been buying cars.
Well,
that man's a con man, man. Let me talk. My friend, I started on your national, international, the man's a con man. Let him challenge me. That man's a 419. But wait a minute.
Allegation.
Yeah, man. Take that allegation. Let me say what I want to say. Sir Joseph, my district coordinator. A big thing I can talk here. My district coordinator is a crown man. We are Liberian. I'm a Gill man. That's why my name is Jimmy One-Way Smith. He was caught gossiping that he, as a crown man, he would sit there for Nima man while he's the district coordinator to win election. He did it the first time and I beat him. But that time, we were not fighting. But this time, he said it will not happen again. And I wrote communication to the executive committee. I have the communications today, about 3-4 communications, challenged me. I have the communication reporting this district coordinator, my subordinate, that I could not work with this guy to enhance CDC, viability in the district. I needed him change. Guess what he did? He went to Sir Joseph and told Sir Joseph that Jimmy Smith wanted to change me. He's not for George Weah. I'm for George Weah. The man is a traitor. And Sir Joseph said to him, don't worry about Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith is not in the mainstream of the party. Jimmy Smith does not apply a party mandate when he built all the infrastructure. He did not put CDC logo. And Sir Joseph emboldened this district coordinator to challenge me openly. They did not stop there. They started pursuing, what should I say? They started convincing executive members against me that I think I was bigger than the party. I don't follow party mandate. If you don't see this party mandate.
So you think Sir Joseph was one of the main persons behind
believe me, there were many people I hold responsible. The Standard Bearer for not protecting the caucus agreement and for my internal problem. It all started from Sir Joseph. So the writing boss he brought, the coordinator. I think there were 2-3 bosses he brought. He delivered it to the respective representative of the district, in turn turned over to the coordinator. But guess what he did with District 2? He gave it directly to the coordinator, which is an insult to the party. You're not a politician, but that's... So this is what happened, and Sir Joseph, and I can tell Sir Joseph, I can tell you politically, I'm coming for him.
You're coming for him.
Hey, man, Sir Joseph, I'm your friend, on your program. And I'm ready to debate Sir Joseph on the national... In fact, he would not want to do it because he's a sitting senator. But I challenge him anytime. Sir Joseph is a waste of time for Mossad County. Yeah, look at Mossad County.
Well,
what has been done here? Every time for election, they go bring mobile clinic, those rotten things you don't even see, fooling our people. This time around, you better go sit down. And like I say, I did not fail. My records are there.
A lot of people watching the interview now are saying that Senator Sir Joseph won with with a very huge
So,
number
my friend, that Liberia here. Wait a minute.
in the county as senator.
Still,
And
no, wait a minute. We'll talk more here. When county development fund, when you accumulate so much power in the party that even county and district development fund cannot be expended until Sir Joseph decides how to expend it. That's
he's no longer with the CDC. You know that.
man. Everything I'm saying was then the CDC time.
Yeah, I know. But in the midst of everything, he has parted ways with the CDC.
So,
like you have your own disenchantment. What if all of you meet in Nimble? What if, though he has his own political party, but he decides to join
we can still meet in Nemo and have our individual,
will you be able to work with
our
him?
individual control.
Will you be able to work with him as your former CDC brother?
Well, the only way I can work with Sir Joseph is if I find out he's now running for the Senate again.
Okay.
That's the only way.
Are you contemplating running for the Senate?
Listen, my friend. I, Jimmy W. Smith, I did not say it, or I won't say this in any rudeness. I have a right, with my years of experience in this country, I have a right to run for the Senate. I have the right to run for the presidency as well. And it is my right to make that determination whenever I see fit. So the kind of direct questions, I will be blunt with it. Who to you are not qualified to be president of this country too? Not that I want to be president, but I'll just tell you something. So when I ask that kind of question, it may not limit.
No, the question is not meant to say that you cannot. But
my friend,
just wanting to people.
My friend, I delivered to this country. In the 70s, I was a young commercial inspector at the Ministry of Commerce, Industry, and Transportation. I enforced government price control commercial laws of this country. So, 1974.
Well,
1978, I left. I went to the police, went to the police academy. I graduated from the 16th recruit class of the Liberia National Police Academy. I rose to the rank of lieutenant colonel. I left the crisis of 1985. I just told you about Ellen Johnson said we're going to jail. When we came back, I left the country. And when I left in foreign country, I followed in public safety job. I can tell you where I work. You'll check it up in America.
So,
I come in now.
Any final thing you want to say
wait a minute. I come back now. I started my own company. I established the Liberian Private Security Association. I have been elected to be representative. I successfully served. Yes, I successfully served. I am on turn. You understand that?
Any final thing you want to say?
So about that, I'm qualified to be anything in this country. So yes.
You're contemplating on contesting the senatorial position in Montreal County.
I'm not contemplating yet, but it's possible.
That's something you're considering.
It's possible.
Okay.
If Sir Joseph wants to run for it. Look, let me just leave it that way.
All right. Honorable Smith, thanks a lot for the time. Thanks for making up the time for this brief conversation. And we want to say thanks a whole lot for being here with us on Spoon. Anything you want to say finally?
Spoon. Well, you have one of the most reputable, well-recognized international, platform. I watch Spoon some of the time. I've not been lucky with Spoon when doing some great things at the legislature, but again, I know Spoon, you're doing your part. Every one of us in politics is not stagnant. You know that. Even with Spoon. Spoon's not stagnant. Spoon supported this. For whatever reason, Spoon supporting that. So let Spoon be careful to know decisions that are made in politics, because even in the media, people make similar decisions. So I just want to conclude that way. And I want to greet the people of Liberia, my district. I still live in the district. I'm not bitter. My problem in life is I'm regimental and I'm very firm. I don't like to act weak. I'm not weak. I don't lie. I'll tell you, you'll be surprised. I don't. Because I have no need to. If I did, like I said, my previous job, you take lie detector tests all the time, every year, every 2 years, So you can't go around lying. And that tendency is in me today.
Okay.
So some say I'm not even a real politician, but I'm a realist. So thank you for giving the chance to, for the first time, to have a voice on this most, prestigious, like I said, network. And I hope to hear from you again. I'm here. I'm still active. And to my detractors, I will not join any political party
Thank you.
again.
Well, thanks a lot, folks, for watching Spoon TV. Of course, we've been having a conversation with Honorable Jimmy Smith, the former lawmaker of District 2, Montreal County. And he's been speaking out on a couple of issues, from the party CDC to his district to NEMBO, and where he stands on all of those different issues. My name is Nelson Colette. Thanks to Theophila Co as well. Till we come back, have a good day and bye.